Welcome in, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, my name's Lisa. Welcome to Sage Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Just want to give a big shout out. Thank you so much for all your likes and subscribes and comments. It's been amazing so far, so thank you for that. This is going to be your general love reading, Taurus, for the month of June. So normally I do a monthly, or I've kind of been doing a monthly, and then I usually follow up every Friday with a weekly. So stay tuned for that. So make sure you click on that notifications button if you want to be notified when I have a new reading out. That being said, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the sign of Taurus. Again, this is a monthly read for June. And as always, cross watchers, feel free to swap energies if it feels that it resonates that way, as time is fluid. So hopefully there's a message here for you today. But if if it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out some of my older Taurus readings and or another reader. Lots of great readers out there. So we're just going to jump right in here, Taurus. Pardon me. I already did draw your oracle cards, and then I'm going to clarify live here with tarot. So we're going to just dive right in here. So the first card that came out from Moonology for you, Taurus, was it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So we just had that full moon in Scorpio not that long ago. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this may have brought up a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. I feel like right now, the situation that you're in with your person, I feel like as each day passes and things are not moving in the direction that you want them to, I definitely feel like it's been weighing on your mind. And I feel like you've been, trying to be optimistic, and, Spirit is encouraging you to stay optimistic. But again, I feel like it's been, a difficult situation, I feel, for you to kind of try and look at the situation, because I feel like for a lot of you, it's either not fulfilling, or B, you're just like, you have an idea in your mind of how this relationship is supposed to go, how it's supposed to work. So just, changing your mindset and, kind of trying to figure out like what your next step is really what I'm getting off that card. When I clarified this with the hidden heart secrets, sorry guys, all of a sudden my throat is super scratchy. So I don't know, your person definitely might be some issues communicating, just given, all of a sudden my throat is like this. But that being said, the longing card came out, craving, aching, wanting. And then you also got the mistakes card, which says misunderstandings, victim, lost soul. So I feel like either you or your person, there is a lot of longing, I feel, between both of you. I just feel like communication is a big, is really what's missing in this situation. I'm like really picking up on a lot of really frustrated kind of energy. And with this mistakes card, I feel like the person that you're dealing with, possibly Taurus, feels like they made some mistakes in the past, or they're, or this person is kind of like not really feeling understood. So I don't know if that's you or your person, but let's see what we get here out on tarot. So bottom of the deck, I already did your pre-shuffle, was the Ace of Cups. And look at that, Five of Cups. I can't even make this up. So I definitely feel like, whatever happened between you and them in the past, definitely a lot of regret, I feel. Obviously with that mistakes card, I feel like somebody feels kind of responsible for, whatever happened between you and this person. Somebody feels like they kind of dropped the ball. And again, that could be you, Taurus, or your person here. But I feel like this is actually the energy of your person, but doesn't have to be. But let's see what we get in tarot here. Tell me about this releasing negativity, longing, and mistakes card here for my Tauruses. I'm not sure what that is. Didn't see it before it flipped over, but let's see what else we get out. So usually I like to go through the whole deck, and I just take whatever comes out when I'm shuffling. So I kind of do like through the whole deck, and then I'll take a look at the bottom as well. All right. So yeah, look at that. We have a lot of communication. So I feel like there's a lot of things that have been left unsaid here in this situation. I already mentioned communication, even when I was just talking about your Moonology card, that I feel like that is really what's lacking here. Yeah, so I feel like the Judgment card here, I feel either you or your person here, Taurus, you know, is not saying what needs to be said. Again, there's a lot of emphasis here on like miscommunication or somebody not being clear or somebody not speaking up or not, speaking their truth here. So we have Six of Swords, Five of Wands. So I feel like, this person, possibly Taurus, you know, I feel like this person is happy that if you are in contact with them, I feel like there might be some contact, but I feel like it's like surface level. And I feel like you know, this person has a lot to say. And I feel like they have a lot to tell you, but I don't know why they're not communicating. It might be because they're healing from something else, because we do have the Four of Swords in the middle. And the Four of Swords can really represent healing or like keeping to oneself. And I feel like, this person is going to communicate here in June. I feel like this person does want to come forward. The Knight of Swords is somebody who comes rushing in. So I feel like, a little bit of that in and out energy with this person that you're dealing with in love. I feel like for some of you, right now, this person is possibly at a fork in the road. This could also be you, Taurus. I feel like it's actually both of you. So I'm kind of picking up on a bit of mirroring energy. So I feel like you might be kind of waiting in the wind here. Like, what is this person going to do? Are they going to step up? Is this going to go anywhere? Like, what's the situation? I don't know. Um, like just a lot of mixed signals, I feel. Miscommunication. And I feel like either you or your person here, again, I feel like somebody definitely has a lot to say. And that might be you, Taurus, or that might be them. But I do feel like it's your person's energy. So when I clarified fork in the road, emotional storm came out and shallow came out. So on the shallow card, it says hollow, empty, and boredom. And on emotional storm, it says turmoil, unstable, and affected. So I feel like either you or your person here is definitely longing for this situation to kind of be resolved. I feel like it's kind of like that feeling. I'm really getting the energy of like, like the elephant in the room, like everybody knows, like there, there needs to be a conversation. They know that you guys need to have a conversation, but just nobody's talking, right? But, there's that certain awkwardness of that elephant being in the room. And I feel like that's kind of, there's just like a bit of awkwardness, I feel. Or that your person feels. So I don't know if, when's the last time you saw this person, like in physical, like face to face. So I feel like that might be part of it. So it might be hard to kind of communicate that kind of message or like having a proper conversation if it's just texting or like something along those lines. But tell me about emotional storm, fork in the road, and shallow, please. Angel, spirits, and guides. Why are these cards here for Taurus? Their person in love, please. So we have the Seven of Wands. So we have a fair amount of fire energy. So you might be dealing with a fire sign or somebody who has some fire in their chart. Also have a bit of Aquarius. So Knight of Cups. Anything else for Taurus here? So Three of Wands and the Hangman. So I feel like, you either really feel like, this person, things are moving so slow here with that Knight of Pentacles energy. So I feel like that's probably either this is your frustration here, Taurus, or your person's, or you're frustrated with this person. But, Knight of Pentacles, I like the Knight of Pentacles because he's like, stable and sturdy, but maybe not stable in the way like, I want to say emotionally, but I mean like stable in the way like this person is moving towards you, Taurus, but things are moving slowly, right? Like so slowly. You're just like, should I give up? Should I stick it out? What should I do here? um, so, the Seven of Wands to me is really being in that energy of like, I'm not giving up. I'm not willing to give up. So I don't know if this is your energy or your person's, but I feel like, I really love this person. I don't want to give up on this situation. Perhaps some of you, if you have been, in this situation for quite some time, like I've invested a lot of time and energy, and, with that Three of Wands, I'm waiting for things to take shape and like move in the direction. But like the Hangman here is, it represents free will, but it also represents, you're sitting in suspended animation here, either you or them, waiting on a decision of some kind about like, where is this going? And again, with that Hangman, I feel like there's a lot of emotion between you and them, but again, not a lot of communication. And um, definitely I feel like somebody needs to kind of step up here and kind of take control, I feel, of the situation. So I mean, I get it. On one hand, it's like, if this person has been going through a lot, you don't necessarily want to put a lot of pressure on them. You want somebody to like show up because they want to be there, not because somebody put pressure on them. But at the same token, it's kind of like, well, I kind of need some answers, especially if this person has not been forthcoming in how they feel about you. So, if you're kind of left in the dark and you're wondering what the heck is going on, I don't know if I should walk away. I'm kind of waiting for this person. I'm waiting for things to kind of like unfold, but I'm feeling impatient and I'm feeling frustrated. And yeah, like, I don't want to like, get into an argument with this person. I don't want to push them away by, putting pressure on them. But I do feel like this is either your energy here, Taurus, or your person's in this situation. But your next Wisdom of the Oracle was card number 20. I think, yeah, 20. This is the Imagine card. So this is very dreamlike energy. So I feel like either you and or your person, are thinking about looking at old pictures here, reminiscing, dwelling, feeling bittersweet. So this can also, be reflective of something in the past that you went through or that they've been going through, because we do have this mistakes card here. So I feel like, this person might be replaying like conversations that you had in the past that, perhaps they didn't necessarily want to accept your words. So, if you did have words in the past about, you being disappointed in XYZ, or like, whatever mistakes that they made, I feel like this person kind of replays those conversations. But they also, I feel like are spending a lot of time, possibly looking at old pictures, old text messages, thinking about you. Especially at night here. So I'm really getting drawn to the moon in this card. So I feel like, when this person goes to bed, that's kind of when, they can kind of like busy themselves during the day with like their work and tasks. But I feel like as soon as things are quiet, then I feel like that's when like this person starts thinking of you here, Taurus. And then you also got the one day, someday, somewhere, another time, which is very dreamlike energy, right? Like imagining what it would be like to be in a full on relationship with Taurus. Like, what would that look like? And again, really sort of daydreamy energy, I feel, especially because we got memories as well on this, um, on these cards. But let's see what we get in tarot here. Tell me about Imagine One Day and Memories here for Taurus, please. Why are these cards here for Taurus? For them and their person in love. Why are these cards here for Taurus? So we have the High Priestess coming out. And the World. And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like, this person, again, spending a lot of time, I feel, possibly being wounded by what happened with you and them in the past, and or this person could just be wounded in general. So yeah, look at that. Three of Swords next. So I feel like, this person really doesn't want to disappoint you, Taurus. I feel like, if they're dwelling about things that they said or the mistakes that they've made, I feel like right now, I feel like this person's really in their head a lot or too much in their head, kind of like really overthinking. And like High Priestess can definitely, you know, talk about somebody being quiet, really keeping to themselves. But I feel like, with that High Priestess energy, I feel like this person is really drawn to you. Um, and then really with the World and the Five of Pentacles, again, I feel like this is almost saying like, they want to let you into their world, but they're like having a hard time communicating that, or they just don't know how to go about doing it, is really what I want to say here on these cards. So your next card here was the full moon card. So we just actually had a full moon 2 days ago. I think today's the 25th as I'm recording this. So just had that full moon in Sagittarius. So I do feel like, either you or them with this full moon energy in Sagittarius, it really talks about expansion, and because it is in the sign of Sag. So, and also with Jupiter. So again, there's a lot of expansive energy, and like, really wanting to get out of this situation of feeling trapped or stuck or tied down or captive. So I don't know, Taurus, if you're feeling really trapped in this situation, like, and again, we have the thinking card, missing you, craving, desiring. So again, a lot of energy I feel is being spent like possibly on both of your sides here, thinking about each other. And nobody's taking action here. There's just a lot of thinking and a lot of missing and a lot of longing, and not really knowing what direction to go in. So let's see what we get here on trapped and thinking, and the full moon. Please tell me why these cards are here for Taurus, please. Full moon, trapped and thinking, please. Why are these cards here for Taurus? Yeah, so I feel like you're both manifesting each other here with that Magician. Tell me more. Yeah, look at that. Nine of Cups. So, I feel like you both want the same thing here, Taurus. You know, you both want each other as your wish fulfillment. And again, nobody's really saying anything. So, yeah, we have the 10 of, like, how dichotomous, right? Like a painful ending. And then we have Six of Wands. So, you know, really wanting this to work, making the choice here, overcoming fears. And then we have Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, really the bottom of the deck is like kind of the underlying energy. It's like, yeah, whatever I did in the past to cause pain to Taurus, like I want to work through it. I want this to work. And again, like, I need to, for some of you, this person might not have been exactly single, but really making the choice here, overcoming fears, making the choice, to show emotions and to move things forward and really get out of this Seven of Pentacles. There's our Knight of Pentacles that was on the bottom earlier. Yeah. So let's see here. On your last card here from Sacred Symbols was the Trust card number 16. And on the Trust card, for your hidden heart secrets, the open heart came out: receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Commitment, marriage, promise, fidelity. The beauty card, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. And loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. And it's on the Trust card. So, so I do feel like what is going on here is that, really, I feel like your person, they do recognize, that big, loving heart that you have here, Taurus. I feel like, this person wants to step up, but I feel like right now they're like in a bit of energy of like needing to move past. Like, I feel like there's like a bit of a cloud, like a dark cloud kind of hanging over this person's head. And I feel like I feel like they want to like come forward and communicate to you. But again, I feel like fear is really kind of like holding them back. And I feel like, with this trust card here, um, I feel like this person may have, some trust issues. Perhaps this person was like badly hurt in the past from another person. But they definitely see your like, loyal, open heart here, Taurus, and, they find you very beautiful and or, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. And I feel like, they're trying to like relearn how to trust love again. So again, I feel like for a lot of you, this is definitely somebody who, keeps their, kind of has a bit of a blockade around their heart and or, has a hard time opening up or like kind of equates love with loss or like really something along those lines. So I feel like, you've been really patient possibly with this person. Obviously, I feel. So let's see what we get in tarot on these cards. Tell me about trust, open heart, commitment, beauty, and loyalty here for Taurus and their person. Yeah. So we have the moon coming out and justice. So I feel like what this person isn't saying is that, they are trying to be fair in this situation. Like they're trying to, kind of just like follow their heart. And like, I feel like this person has, again, like a lot of fears here. So the moon could talk about fears, uncertainty about the future, uncertain about if they're making the right decision here. So I feel like that's, again, part of it. But I feel like, spirit is like letting them know or like trying to send them signals. I feel like things are going to work out, things are, going to be balanced. So again, this is like things really working out, right? Like the justice card is really cause and effect. So I feel like this person, spirit is asking them to trust or asking you to trust here, Taurus, that like stop worrying, things are going to work out however they're supposed to. So, I definitely believe that, whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. So if you have been super stressed about this situation with this person, try to get out of your head and try and just look at it from a new perspective. Like, okay, well, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. Like, it's not going to pass you by if it's really meant for you. So, in the bottom of your sacred symbols, I'm just going to mention this, was the guides card. So I feel like, if you're watching tarot readings, chances are you're on that spiritual journey and like, paying attention, listening to your guides, trying to, trust your intuition here. Um, Trying to understand this person, I feel. You've done your best here, Taurus, to try and understand this person, like where they're coming from. And I feel like, you really do have a beautiful, open heart here. And I feel like you have tried to show this person that, my feelings aren't fleeting. I really do care about you. And I feel like, this person might just have a lot of problems accepting love, like taking it in and like processing it and like I feel like they feel love deeply, but it's one of those people that have a hard time like expressing their feelings. So, and again, I feel like, you both want the same thing here. So I totally understand how you would feel frustrated in this situation. So I'm going to ask about actions because we didn't get a ton in here. What actions is this person going to take towards Taurus in the month of June? We did get some communication here. We have 2 cards of communication, but that's about it. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Actions towards Taurus. Oh, there we go. The Knight of Swords came out. I like it. 10 of Cups. Can I get something? Can I get a couple more cards, please, Spirit? All right. So I feel like for some of you, this person's definitely going to, I feel, show up a little bit in June. I feel like you are going to hear from them. We have the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Six of Cups. So I do like it. And again, I feel like this person's trying to overcome their fear here and let you in. I feel like let you in their heart, express to you kind of how they feel about you. So, Ten of Cups is an amazing card, right? But I feel like for some of you, you know, they definitely, you and them might be at a distance possibly, so it might not be easy to see this person in person, but the Wheel of Fortune is like things moving in your favor. So I feel like this person is going to rush in here sometime in June. I feel like whatever news they have for you here, Taurus, it is going to make you really happy because we have the Ten of Cups here. And I feel like you might finally see some growth or like a change in your person's efforts towards you is really what I want to say. Because Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this person is going to let you know that they do see that open heart of yours. So I guess if I could give you any advice, I would say, continue showing up for this person, even though they might not necessarily be showing up 100% for you or the way in which that you want them to. If this person is really that important to you and you really do want, this happily ever after with them, I feel like, just keep being you, keep showing up with your open heart, that big, beautiful heart of yours, Taurus. So I, this person is seeing it. And I feel like that by you continuing to do that and show up and, show love and show that love can be unconditional, I feel like that is the only way this person is going to um, I feel like it's kind of like that energy of, you know, trusting. Like I feel like this person is learning to trust love again, trusting you, trusting in love. So again, I feel like it's going to take some time. So it feels like it's already taken some time for sure. But I guess if you want to stay in this person's energy and you really want this long term, then I would continue. I would suggest continuing just to show up, just be you, be your authentic self. That big, beautiful heart. And I feel like this person is going to, I feel like they recognize that now, and I feel like they are going to communicate with you or be a little bit more open with you, possibly about the future, about what they want or like expectations. But so I feel, Taurus, just keep doing what you're doing, but try and be optimistic. So if the situation has been getting you down, just try and be as positive as you can, and again, being that mantra of what is meant for me is not going to pass me by. I'm just going to keep showing up and keep being me. And again, I feel like this person is really drawn to you. There's a lot of attraction and definitely a lot of love. And this person's thinking about you all the time. So anyway, Taurus, that's what I've got for you. So it looks like you're going to have a pretty interesting month of June. I'd love to hear from you if this is your story. So if this did resonate, if you could let me know. As a reader, it's important, you know, is that you let me know that it resonates. So by hitting that like button and or leaving me a comment. So again, I'd love to hear from you. But anywho, you guys take care, and I will see you guys again soon.